Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm here with a bit of a different video because when I posted my makeup inventory video last month, I was requested to show you kind of my collection and how I store all of my makeup. So that's what I thought I would share with you today, and that's why I'm not in frame, but I am here behind the camera and I'm just gonna go through kind of my storage. But as you can see in front of you right now, this is kind of my main storage. So I have this desk right here which has some makeup storage where I keep my everyday makeup, and then over there, as you can see, I have my Alex drawer that is kind of a mix of makeup and some other things that I'm keeping organized. So I will go through all of that right now, but I will start kind of showing you this desk right here. So I have moved the chair so you can see a bit better, but before actually I want to show you that, I just want to let you know that up here, as you can see on the corner here, I keep some of my skincare that I use in the morning. So that's kind of my skincare that I use on an everyday basis, as well as some other things that I use when I do my makeup. And then obviously I have some more storage on top here, which I will go through later, but I will start with this drawer right here. So if you open up this kind of drawer here, there is a mirror there which I'll use to do my makeup, and then there's 3 compartments right there. So I will go ahead and move closer and zoom in to show you what I keep in those drawers. So this right here is what you see if you open up the doors, and I do have a palette up here because that is just too big to keep where I keep my other palettes, and that's why I have it there. But let's start up with this drawer right here. In here I keep all of my kind of eye products, so I have things like my eyelash curler, I have kind of some mascaras. I also keep my lip products in here, so for example these are some of the items that I'm currently panning. So yeah, that's kind of what I'm keeping in here. So it's kind of lip products and eye products, or just kind of pencil things like this, and this overall drawer is all my everyday makeup, so it's all of the items that I'm reaching for now, and then obviously I have more of all of these items stored away elsewhere, but this is where I keep the makeup that I use on an everyday basis. And then behind that drawer we have this kind of compartment right here, which is a bit harder to show you because the lighting isn't the best in here. But in here I keep all of my face products, so I have my concealers, kind of blushes, this is a liquid blush, this one from MAC. So I keep all of those kind of items in there, so it's all kind of face products, and again it's just items that I'm currently using and panning as well. So that is where I keep all of those stuff, so bronzers, powders, foundations, concealers, everything like that. And then again in here, again it's a bit harder to show you, I keep all of my palettes or bigger items. So I currently have these 2 in here that I'm working on. I also have my Sweet Talk palette from Colourpop, as well as some other palettes that I'm currently working on. So I have It's My Pleasure, some singles, and the Soul palette from Colourpop as well. And as you can see right there, that's my Panda palette. So all of those things are just kept in here because it is just more of a big compartment and it can fit a lot of stuff. I also have my color switch in here, which I use to kind of clean up brushes between uses, as well as kind of tool that I use to take out eyeshadows from Colourpop palettes or similar things like that. It's just kind of like a spatula duo. And then like I said, I'm also working on the Magic palette from Juvia's Place, but this is too big to fit in this compartment right here, so I just lay it on top of here when I'm done doing my makeup every day, and that is it for this compartment, so we can just close that again. And before we move on to this next drawer, which is in here, I just want to show you I have a soap there, which I am actually currently using for soap brows. I've been loving that technique, so I just keep that behind, because what I do is I just put that kind of out and spray it with some water before I do my makeup, and then I just keep it behind the mirror like that. But if you move to the side right here, in here is a drawer that pulls out. So in here I have some more of my makeup. I'm actually keeping all of my base products in here, so I will zoom in and show you what I have in this drawer. So here you have that drawer pulled out, and in here I keep all of my foundations. I do have quite a few at the moment because I picked up a few over the last couple of months, but this is all of the foundations that I own. And in here I have concealers and color correctors, and as you can see I'm running quite low, although I do have 2 concealers in my everyday makeup drawer, but yeah, I'm running quite low on concealers. And then here is the powder that I have. It's just a backup of my RCMA no color powder, and I'm actually currently having that in a loose powder container in the everyday makeup drawer again. And then I also have 2 more pressed powders, but I think both of them are in different bags, so they're not in here currently. But yeah, I do have a few more powders that's actually in here. And then behind here, which you can't really see too well, I keep all of my kind of primers. So I have this Guerlain one, I have this Benefit one, and then I just have some more kind of samples and things like that. So I don't have too many primers either, but I keep them in the drawer back here. So that is everything in this desk right here, and as you can see on top of the vanity, so both on that one as well as here, I keep some of my lip products, and I have these containers that I think I bought off of Amazon, and they just keep my lipsticks. So I have 2 containers right there, and then I have one over here. I keep some of my lip glosses and things like that in there, and then I have one more behind it which keeps some more of my lipsticks. Apart from that, I keep some more lipsticks over here, but I will zoom in and show you that in a second. And then as well I have this container right here, so that's what I'm going to move to next and show you what I have in there. So before I move on to those drawers, I just want to show you what I keep in here. So I keep all of my kind of Colourpop lipsticks in here. I love these, they're amazing, some of my best lipsticks that I have, and I just keep them in here because it's better to store them. And then I have some eyeliners, some lip liners back there, and here I just keep some spare kind of brushes, and also my kind of spare brow gel and things like that. And then I have some more face brushes back there, which you can't really see very well, but they are there. I also keep some brushes on top of this container right here. So this is kind of my everyday brush container, and that's just where I reach for most days. But then if I do want something else, I do have that spare container on the side. Another thing that's on top of that drawer is all of my liquid lipsticks. I just keep them in this old candle holder, and yeah, these are a big mix of KVD Beauty, some Sephora, and some other things. But this is all of the liquid lipsticks that I own currently, apart from 3 Maybelline lipsticks, which are these square ones, which I just think fit better in the lipstick holder. So let's move on to this kind of container right here. It's actually 2 different ones, and they're both from Muji. So this top one is just these 3 drawers that pull out, and in the first drawer I have all of my NARS blushes. I also have a few, I think 2 sleek blushes and a balm blush at the back there, but these are mainly NARS, and to be fair, most of these containers are going to contain blushes, so you can see. And in here I have some other miscellaneous, some Benefit, things like that, more blushes. And then here as well, I do have some more blushes, a lot of different stuff. I do have some cream blushes as well in the back, but right now in my collection I mainly have powder blushes left. So those are all my blushes. And then below that you can see that I have these kind of larger drawers that pull out, and this is another kind of section. And in the first one I have all of my Colourpop Super Shock shadows. As you can see, I have a few more at the back that kind of are hiding, but I don't want to pull them out currently. And you can see that I have kind of them sectioned into 2 parts, and that is because I have pan on all of these and I don't have pan on these, and I'm trying to pan on all of my Super Shock shadows, and that's why I have them split up. But that's where I keep all of my Super Shock shadows. And then if you move down one more, I have some more kind of cream eyeshadows. I have my Stila Glitter and Glows. I do have some Chanel cream eyeshadows, some MAC Paint Pot and things like that, but that's all of my other cream eyeshadows. And then at the bottom drawer, as you can see right here, I'm keeping all of my kind of eyeshadow duos and singles. I have a lot of NARS, as you can see, and then some Burberry and 1 YSL single eyeshadow. So that right there is all of this section. You can also see that I'm keeping my beauty blender up there. I didn't show that earlier, but I do use a beauty blender most days. So it's kind of this section of the makeup, and I'm gonna go and move on to my Alex drawer, which is what all of these items are standing on right here. So as you can see, my Alex drawer is right here, and I do not keep all of my makeup in all of these. I actually only have 2 of these drawers for makeup. So in this drawer I'm going to zoom in to show you what I'm keeping. So there you have this drawer right here, and as you can see, it's this big mess of things. I keep everything in here that is kind of miscellaneous things, apart from this first container right here. In that container I'm keeping all of my highlighters and my bronzers, and I do also have, I think, 1 blush, which is too big to fit in the container on top. So yeah, that's all my kind of bronzers and highlighters, and that's in here. And then behind that is just a miscellaneous kind of drawer with empty packaging that I might reuse in the future. I also have some hair grips, some lip balm, some random brushes, things like that. So it's kind of some kind of miscellaneous random drawer. And then if you move to the side here, I do have some tape which I use for clean out fallout sometimes. I use it to remove glitter, and I also kind of use it to create a wing shape sometimes as well. So that's why I keep that in here. And then I do have some kind of lip glosses and lip products out here that I do want to pan, so I just keep them in here to remember to use them, as well as to kind of keep them separated from the rest of my collection. Also at the back of this drawer, which you probably can't see, I keep all of my fake eyelashes, apart from a large order that I made from Unicorn Cosmetics recently, but otherwise all my lashes are behind this blue container right there. And then the second drawer that I have some stuff in is this one right here, which I keep all of my eyeshadow palettes. So I'm going to pull that out and show you what I have. So here you can see my eyeshadow drawer, and I'm just basically keeping them separated by brands. So at the back right there I keep all of my Juvia's Place eyeshadow palettes, and they're just large and they can't really stand up, so that's why I have them like that. And then next to that I have my single eyeshadow palettes, which are in 3 different containers right here. One of them is actually empty, but I am waiting for a large order which I will fill up in that palette. And then here are some larger palette. I have my Naked Ultimate Basics from Urban Decay, my Metropolis palette from Natasha Denona, and then here is all of my Colourpop palettes. I have some smaller palettes right there, some Tom Ford, some Makeup Revolution, Charlotte Tilbury, things like that. And then here I keep mainly my Anastasia Beverly Hills palettes, and then one Dose of Colors palette, as well as my Naked palettes right there. So again, here you have the overview of my collection. I find it really convenient, and I'm quite happy with the setup. We do have a decent sized flat, so this is actually in the spare bedroom, which I'm really happy about. So we keep joking about this being my makeup room, because that's basically what we use this room for mainly. But yeah, that is it. I think I covered everything. If you can see some lipsticks kind of standing on the side, let me show you right there, as well as next to this container right here. It's just lipsticks that can't fit in my containers, and I'm trying to kind of lower that number, so I want to pan a few things so everything can fit in those containers, because I don't want to have over 100 lipsticks, and I think currently I'm at 103, so not too far off. But then those lipsticks over here are actually too big to fit in the containers even if I had space, so I'm not sure what I want to do with those. I need to find some sort of better storage for those, but otherwise I'm really happy with how my makeup storage is at the moment. So there you guys was all for this video. I know it's a bit of a different one because I am behind the camera and I'm showing a different location in our flat. I know it was requested by a few people to do this, so I hope you enjoyed it. And if you do have any more requests, or if you have any feedback or anything on this video, please let me know down below. Otherwise, I hope you're having a lovely day, and I will talk to you in my next video. Bye guys!